Brains! Brains! I'm a bit smiley for a zombie. So I'm scared of a couple of things, one of which is burglars. Sometimes I am so middle class that it hurts. Another thing that I'm afraid of is commitment. But I'm also scared of zombies, and tonight I'm going to tell you why you should be too. Brains! Zombies are obsessed with eating brains. If you hadn't noticed, this is not normal behaviour for a person. But it probably helps the parasite that causes the zombie plague. Lots of parasites control their host's behaviour for their own evil ends. And, spoiler, it doesn't end well for the host. For example, horse hairworms infect crickets. They live inside the cricket's hemocoel, absorbing all the nutrients they need through their skin. And when they're big enough, they make the cricket drown themselves. And then they burst out of their chest, alien style. Another example, some cordyceps fungus can infect and control ants. They make the ant climb to the perfect place for the fungal spores to disperse and infect other ants. Once there, the ant will use its jaw to lock onto the branch, and then the fungus will sacrifice the ant and force its way out of its head. Because this fungus is such a threat to the colony, if any of the ants recognise these zombie symptoms in their sisters, they'll take the infected and carry them away from the colony and dispose of them. There's no room for sentimentality in the zombie apocalypse.
I'm sorry, Mum.
But our brains are much more complex than an insect. Surely we're able to resist this kind of manipulation and control. Well, no. This would be a really pretty poor segue if that were the case. But rabies can do just that. The virus is able to infect a new host when saliva gets into the blood via a bite. It can infect any warm-blooded animal, and it can pass from animals to human. Once it's in the body, it attacks the central nervous system and alters behaviour to increase the chance of future infections. Because it's transmitted via the saliva, it makes animals more aggressive and more bitey, and it causes them to froth at the mouth, so there's more chance of that deadly saliva getting into the blood. To widen its pool of victims, it even makes animals travel further than they normally would. These tactics are brought across the world. The countries in red are the countries that have rabies. The countries in green are the ones that are rabies-free. The British Isles was rabies-free, but now bats have a new form of rabies. There is nowhere safe. Not even Her Majesty is safe. There's already a whole range of mind-controlling infections out there, including one in humans that causes wild aggression and is already found across the world. So a zombie apocalypse might not be that far off. In which case, get yourself a shotgun, get a chainsaw, and click subscribe. That's the only way you're going to survive.